We've done a Bloom the Desert project here where we've used low-cost technologies, just things like biochar, ormes, microbes, and a little bit of organic fertilizer, and we're growing crops here. And we've actually just created this shade house. I've got some special luminate shade cloth coming in from America, and it's not just shade cloth, it actually also reduces the temperature by, some say, by 70%, which is fantastic, because it's, you know, shade cloth is good, but it's actually getting the temperature down for crops like banana and pineapple, which of course are just excellent to not only eat in this kind of environment, but to grow. And they don't grow it here. The main problem here is the desert sand. Now remember, right from the start, this is actually organic growing. There's no chemical fertilizers being used here whatsoever. This is this wonderful hydrogel. So look how well it expands. Wonderful. So this is a great water retainer, great moisture retainer. So that's secret formula number one. I've got my ormes here that we've made from the ocean. Wonderful quantity of ormes. The ocean here is very strong in minerals and salt. I have my biochar here, and we got this done into packets. And I have a little bit of fertilizer, local, well not fertilizer, manure. This is camel manure, and we're fortunate enough to actually have a little bit of pigeon manure here. So this imploder is going to energize the water in this greenhouse and this field here. So you can see it all nicely installed. And then that water essentially comes out to this feed here, and it's going to drip feed this area here, and our shaded house here. And we're going to do a variety of crops here, from carrots to cabbages to onions to all sorts of other greens, cucumbers, marrows, etc. After 2.5 days, come and have a look at this. Come over here, hurry, with your camera. Get a shot of what we got down here. Look at that, 2.5 days, can you believe it? Now that's our canaf, and canaf I think you're going to be hearing quite a little bit of over the next year or two, and Bill's been doing some wonderful work there. And I've planted all along here, and we'll germinate it here, and then later we'll take it out to another little shed that we prepared this afternoon with the same process with biochar and hydrogel and ormes, etc. So when these get a little bit higher, we'll be able to transpose them to a shed. And then when they get about, say, 6 feet, maybe 5 feet, we'll then be able to put them out into our outdoor areas in between the rows of our crops to provide shade, of course, right? But just check this out. After 2 days, we've got some other things growing here. You know, I've planted some Chinese greens. I've planted, look down here, hurry. See, look at this, look at this. After 2 days, look at this. So we've planted in here a whole variety. Chinese greens, cauliflower, zucchini, onions, melons, etc. So so the prana and the life force and the nutrition in here is, of course, just wonderful. And you can see it for yourself. 2.5 days, I've got sprouts growing all over the place. So the idea, of course, is some of these can just keep growing in here, and others, like the cauliflower, will be able to easily transpose to their outdoor crops. So this is the end of August. As far as the outdoor is concerned, as I've mentioned, we're going to wait 1 month before we plant. In the meantime, every day I've got like a scoop of ormes and some microbes going into our big tank, which is then drip feeding our outdoor area. Right? So that's it, folks. And of course, we've got our, as you saw before, we've got our imploder from theimploder.com, all engineered up there on the outside to energize the water for all of our outdoor areas. We're not using the imploder in here because it's too far away. It would be great to have a second one in here, of course, but quite frankly, there's enough energy going on in here that you know, we probably don't need the imploder. It really needs to be outside there to help and assist with growing crops in the desert. So that's all from Bloom the Desert.